Do you have an old iPad 2? Maybe iPad 3 or iPad 4? I'm thinking the list that I compiled is very similar to iPad 3 or iPad 4 of incompatibility. So in your App Store over here, if you go under purchased, because pretty much every single app is no longer supported on an old iPad, like iPad 2, you can't just search for it through the search function and install. It'll just say, not supported, but you can install older versions through the purchase tab, clicking on the cloud icon. If you do it through the purchase, you might be able to install it. But I've compiled a list of what doesn't work for streaming apps. So over here, for Disney Plus, it won't download at all, and I'll show you right now. So this is what happens when I try Disney Plus. Over here under purchased, I'm going to put Disney. So here's Disney Plus. It's just going to first seem like it's going to install. And then it gives an error. It can't install it at all. So, back to my list. Disney Plus doesn't work. Hulu doesn't work. ESPN doesn't work. HBO Max doesn't work. Peacock doesn't work. Pluto, CBS, and Twitch. There's other streaming apps or social media apps that, what do you call it? You can't even just find in the App Store, like Roku, Instagram, and Snapchat. So I'll show you. In the App Store, I'll write Roku. Like over here, I have Twitch. You'll see Twitch shows up. But let me try Roku. And you can see Roku, Roku channel, TV app doesn't even show up. So those three, Roku, Instagram, and Snapchat, don't work. Now, there are some apps that I can install but don't work. And these are the ones that don't work. Tubi installs, but when I connect to a video, it just gives me an error. IMDb is the same thing. Other apps won't even allow me to log in. Crunchyroll gives me an error. I'll show you. Unauthorized request. I can't go any further. Vudu, I can't even log in because at the login screen, when I put in the correct credentials, it tells me the password is incorrect. CBS and NBC, I think they force me to try to update if I try to run it. So those are a list of incompatible apps that are no longer supported. I'll just put in the description so you don't even have to watch this video. So having an old iPad 2, you see it's trying to force you to update. There's not much you can do. I made a video similar to this listing all the apps that are supported. So luckily on Chrome or Safari you can watch Netflix through the browser. I mean, not Netflix, you can watch YouTube's correction. You can use YouTube within web browsers and on iPad 2 to watch videos. But YouTube is broken, the app itself. Netflix works. That's a big plus. I'm surprised they're still supporting it on this old iPad. And Prime Videos, I think, works. I was able to get a video to work, and these other apps like Funimation, YouTube Kids, PBS Video, Plex, and also social media apps that work are TikTok, Twitter, and Facebook, although TikTok crashes a lot. Surprisingly, Pandora works as a music streaming, and Spotify, you can get it to work, but there's some options that don't work. I mean, when you load up Spotify, it it'll have like an error page. But if you search for songs, you can add songs. So that's it. I thought I'd make a short video about what's not usable on my iPad anymore.